Hello, I'm Shawn Kenney, and I'm back playing a little more StarMade, and this time I'm going to have a look at the cloakers and jammers in a little more detail. As many of you rightly pointed out, when I was doing my board cube, I made like a long line of jammers and cloakers, and that was totally unnecessary. All you need is just one cloaker or jammer unit on your ship, just like a weapons console. So I'm putting together a little bit of a cloaker, and I just wanted to give you a little idea of just sort of how difficult that can be. Right now I have something that, right now we are cloaked, so that you do have to go into your weapons hotbar, pressing T, and your cloaker and your jammer will show up there. And when you click on it, it also gives you the dimensions of what it's going to be cloaking, and that what it's trying to cloak is going to greatly increase the amount of power that it tries to consume. So right now we do have a little ship that is it is cloakable, and I can move it. Now you can't use both at the same time because the draw is, it just kills your power. If you do try and fire while cloaked, it immediately drops the cloak. So that's one thing. Now with the jammer, you can keep the jammer uses a lot less power, and you can fire while jamming. It does increase the draw, so if I turn that off, the amount of power you might see, it doesn't dip nearly as bad. It's still not really losing much power. If I add cloak and start firing, I mean, it does increase the draw a little bit, but the one thing that does increase, see, as you can see, like my ship is pretty much just some power generators. I've thrown some thrusters on and a couple cannons, so it's pretty basic at this point. And as soon as I start, say, adding a few more blocks, say some shield generators, now if while the jammer's still going to work okay, as soon as I put the cloak on now and I try and move, the extra few shield blocks I've added have now increased the amount of power the cloaker will draw, to the point where moving now draws using my thrusters now draws my power. So you can sort of see how it kind of really becomes a difficult thing to try and balance when trying to make a really effective stealth craft, because now at this point I'm kind of, okay, well, I need to add some more power blocks. So I want to sort of layer those maybe out here. But as soon as I start adding some more, that's just maybe to compensate for a few shield blocks. So if I start adding in, a nice wall, a bunch of shield blocks here to start giving us some armor that we might find usable. And probably not even filling it as much as I would really necessarily like. As soon as, and we're not even really have to move, yeah, the cloaking just draws our power. So even without moving, we're now, over our cloaking power limit. So even just adding a few of those power generators, now we got to start adding some more, and we also have to cloak those blocks as well. So adding these extra power blocks is not getting you as much extra power as you think. So we have a little shield wall there, and we now have a cloaker. Well, still even just trying to thrust is drawing power. So we're still not there yet, and haven't even added maybe even missiles or hull at all. So this is sort of going to be one of those balancing acts, trying to economize my space as much as possible. I think also going by the dimensions, so maybe expanding out here wasn't the best idea. What I should probably be doing is trying to compress everything down into as small a space as possible, and that might maximize the amount of power generation we need for the thrusters and the cloaker. But as you can see, that's basically I just want to give you an update on how those cloakers and jammers work. You don't need lines of them, you just need one, and it's going to figure out how much power it needs based on the size of your actual ship. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you later.